Hi, this is Daniel DiTuro. Do you replace your kitchen sponge when it smells bad? In this video, I'll share extending a kitchen sponge's useful life, are sponge bacteria harmful, and 5 easy methods to disinfect your sponge. Some kitchen sponge manufacturers recommend replacing the sponge every week to prevent harmful bacterial growth. The reason is due to kitchen sponges not drying out between uses. Trapped food particles in damp sponges become a source of food for bacteria, and decaying food particles produce a sour odor. With proper use and care, good quality kitchen sponges can last a month or more, even with daily use. Replacing a sponge weekly is good for sponge makers and bad for consumers. Food preparation exposes you to a variety of harmless and harmful bacteria. Harmful bacteria include E. coli, Listeria, and Salmonella. The bacteria can come from plant foods, animal foods, undercooked frozen foods, and a variety of ready-to-eat prepared foods. Rinsing kitchen sponges in hot soapy water is not enough to kill harmful and harmless bacteria. It takes temperatures up to 165 degrees. Most home water heaters are set at 120 degrees. Higher temperatures increase the risk of scalding and serious burns. There are simple methods to kill bacteria and eliminate odors. Daily disinfecting is not necessary. Disinfect every 3 to 7 days, depending on use or when it smells bad. Using your dishwasher is one of the simplest ways to disinfect kitchen sponges. Most kitchen sponges are synthetic plastics, so place your sponge in the upper rack, or, if equipped, the third rack. Run your dishwasher on auto, normal, or quick cycle. You do not need to use the sanitize cycle to disinfect your sponge. Unlike a few seconds of hand rinsing, a dishwasher exposes the sponge to high heat and detergent for 60 minutes or more. Before using a microwave oven, check for any restrictions. Place a damp sponge in your microwave oven. Always use a damp sponge. A dry sponge can catch on fire. To reduce the risk of burning your hand or fingers, you can place the sponge on a plate. Otherwise, let it cool about 15 minutes before removing. Microwave on full power 2 to 5 minutes. Use the shorter time for 1000 watt ovens and longer time for 600 watt ovens. Again, the sponge will be very hot and can cause burns. Cool 15 minutes before removing or remove using tongs. To save water, use a bowl or pan to soak your sponge. Place sponge in the bowl or pan. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of chlorine bleach and 1 to 2 cups of water, depending on the size of your container. Use about 1 tablespoon of bleach per cup of water. Bleach strength can vary from 3 to 7%. The concentration may not be marked on the bottle. Usually, low price and not disclosing the percent of chlorine equals lower concentrations. 3% bleach is enough to disinfect sponges. Soak sponge 5 to 10 minutes per side. Drain, rinse, and wring out your sponge. Wear gloves if you're concerned about getting bleach on your hands. For a non-toxic disinfectant, substitute distilled white vinegar for bleach. Use full-strength 5% acidity distilled white vinegar. Do not dilute. Use a bowl or dish large enough to hold the sponge and vinegar. Add about 1/2 inch of vinegar and soak about 5 minutes per side. Wring out the vinegar and rinse with water. The final method uses boiling water, but before using boiling water, verify it will not damage your sponge. Boiling water has been used for decades to sterilize. In a 1-quart pan, bring about 2 cups of water to a boil over medium to high heat. Carefully add the sponge to the boiling water. Reduce heat to medium-low to prevent boiling over. Boil about 5 minutes. For composite sponges, turn after 2 to 3 minutes. After 5 minutes, turn off heat and let the water cool to 100 degrees or less. After the water has cooled to 100 degrees, remove sponge and wring out excess water. And remember to use caution with this method. Boiling water can cause serious burns. Please leave a comment if you have any questions about this video. Thank you for watching.